Hi everyone, it's Judy. Welcome back to Rose Lane. Oh my goodness, I've been gone for a while. You all know that I was away at a conference. I got back and there was of course a ton of work to do, and I'm trying to catch up on things and trying to pack and organize and get things ready and finish this. So it's been a little while. I've been missing from Facebook. I've been missing from everywhere. I just wanted to get a little something. It took me a few minutes to get acclimatized coming down here because it's amazing when you're not here, even for a couple of days, let alone a week or more. It's been more than a week, I think, for me. How out of rhythm you get. Couldn't remember, what papers I was using, what ideas I had, and all that kind of stuff. But I decided I would come back. I was going to just throw in a few pockets tonight. That's all I was going to do. And I'm actually going to be, I've got my paper stuck in the pages here for the few that I'm going to do. So you're kind of along with me. It's not really a tutorial, really. It's kind of a craft with me. Work it out with me as I go. Just so that I could touch base with you guys, because it may be a few days before I get back again. So anyway, what I was going to do is I don't really want to kind of move these pages. I want to work with it. So I'm going to move the book to the side. I will show you how this is laying flatter, not as flat as I would have liked, but certainly much flatter than it was before. I did the hidden spine. We'll work on that later. I'm just going to move this to the side. I have literally buried everything on this desk. It is such a mess. I'm going to try to move this over a little bit. I'm probably banging the camera because I'm kind of stuffing this down the side by this cabinet. But I'm going to need a little space to do some cutting. And oh my gosh, what a mess, what a mess, what a mess. Okay, you probably got my face in there. Sorry about that. It's the end of the day face, when you've been a little ragged. Oh, you know what? I should take this sweater off. Okay, what I'm going to do is try to organize my thoughts here. All right, I'm going to try to do this with the razor if I can find what I've done with the knife. I had it out. Here it is. My goodness. Okay, this paper that I'm using here, you can see is Luna Blue Design. I didn't put on it what paper pack it was. This one was going to be... This one was going to be... I want to do 3 styles of pockets. And this one was going to be a side tuck. So let me just go ahead and cut from the side. And what I was going to do, this was my thought, what I was going to do, for those of you who have been watching my videos, you'll remember the diagonal center page, which let me see if I can find that for you. Oops, lift this up. Not sure where I put it. This one. Okay, we did the diagonal one where these cards come out. Okay, so I thought what we could do is this is pretty elaborate and confused some people, I think, maybe because it was just a lot with cutting and like measuring in the middle. But you could still get this idea in regular just single pockets. You can do a corner pocket. You can do, a regular straight across the side pocket. You could do straight across the bottom, I should say. Or you could do a side tuck or pocket. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do 3 of those tonight as quickly as I can. No tags. But we're just going to go ahead and make the pieces and maybe, get a little bit of them glued in there. And work on doing that. So it gives me my hand back in this journal and, hopefully getting my mojo back a little bit, because it sure does fly when you're not staying in the rhythm with things. I don't really need to cut that side. So I'm gonna say I don't want to cover too much of the I'm gonna get I got a new cutter here. I don't want to cover too much of the page because I'm going to put this tuck, if I can get it under that wire here. Under the wire, please. Under. if you get a slight little curl in the paper here, there we go. I don't want, I'm going to put the tuck to the outside of the page, so I don't want it covering a lot of the page, because then it's hard to get a tag or something in or out of it. And I'm feeling as though I may not have cut this straight. So let me go ahead. It's ever so slightly off, not that bad, not too bad. There we go. And let's see how far. A little bit. I'm just doing it by eye. I'm not, not doing anything in particular. So again, that was Luna Blue Design. I may or may not remember to get it into the description box, but if you're interested in this one, that is where that comes from. I'm not going to try to put that back. I'm going to put it on my side here. And then I am going to measure. I am off screen. I shouldn't be. I'm trying not to move the book back and forth too much. I'm picking up other things with it. I am probably going to ink over this a little bit. All right, let's see. I'm going to go to about there. This is eventually going to go in here too. It's I hope, it's a lattice die cut in a heart shape. So let's get this. See, there's a piece of paper I picked up with it. Let's put that down here. Okay, and we're just going to go try to get this cut. Oh, I picked up my pen. We're going to try to get this cut along the line. Hopefully I'll be straight. Okay. So I figured I have several pockets, not a ton, but several that I still want to be putting in here. And I figured I'd do a few of them this way. So here is my shiny kind of paper. Well, when I print, it comes out shiny. You see I've glued something on here already. Okay, that doesn't quite fit that way, so we're going to put it on this way. I thought I had refilled my glue bottle, but I guess I used it up when I did the prayer journal. One. All right, so let's get some glue on here. So yeah, the wheels are in motion, and I'm just going crazy pulling my hair out at work. I've got boxes everywhere and stuff everywhere, and I've got stuff that I have to get caught up for the new person who's following me, and I still have to do the everyday business, and things seem to be a little needier and needier every time I turn around. More telephone calls, more knocks on my door, and just lots of interruptions. So I'm trying very hard to keep things going at work. Since we're going to a different state under a different kind of ministry, we are getting emails from that headquarters down there, the more local headquarters, that we have to fill this out and do this and sign this and add that, and just driving me nuts. So just tons and tons of work to be done. So I am trying to pull everything together as best as I can. Haven't pressed this down well yet, but I'm going to go ahead and just cut it. I'll just put that piece over there because I am going to use that. I'll use my credit card because I don't know where my bone folder is. I should do that on here so that I can wipe off any glue that may escape. Okay. And I am going to find my gathered twigs is good. I have to find a brush. Oh my gosh. This is such a mess, guys. It is such a mess. Oh, here we go. goodness. Everything is just buried. Okay, we're just going to tone this down a little bit to kind of bring it in tune a little more with the paper that it's going on. So we will do that. Then I'm going to get a piece of card and I'm going to cut it to fit into this pocket. And it's not going to be a very big extra journaling spot. We are going to put a tag in the pocket itself. Not tonight. I just wanted to get the pockets up and done, and I'll figure out what's going in them later. Okay, I think I like that. That makes it look better. Okay, so essentially what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and take a piece of card. This is still a little floppy because it's wet, but it will stiffen up. And we're going to mark, if I have something. This is the pencil, I think, that doesn't want to be a pencil anymore. I keep losing the point because I'm... here's one. It's not like I don't have more. Okay, so we want to get a card that's going to go in here. So we'll go right about there. And then we're going to bring this down. Well, let me pull it up so you can see what I've done. I just hung this over the edge a little bit to allow for where we'll glue it, and then I'm going to put, I marked the edge here so that it comes to the edge here. That's what we want for that at the moment. And then I'm going to move this down, and I did it like about a double size, one here, so I can mark up here where I want, and that card should fit inside, I hope, inside the glue lines. I can always trim it down. It's not a big deal. What I do want to do is that is my card for the edge, but how far out do I want this to come so I can put the lace on it? So we're going to mark here and here, and that's where we're going to go ahead and cut. Okay. So let's do that. And like I said, I sometimes will measure depending on what it's for. Like I'll always measure if I'm going to put something from side to side on the page. I want to make sure I don't make it too wide. So I'll measure to how far I, have to go, or how far I can go, I should say. Let me just put that over there. And let's see, I did not line this up, so let's go ahead and I only put one notch on where I wanted to cut. Not a notch, one little one little pencil mark, I should say. I'm hanging up on all the glue and stuff on the bottom here. There we go. Okay. And this is just going to stay plain. I just leave them plain so that you have double, you can write on both sides. I will ink it. Let's see where that is. This is pathetic. What a shame. I should have tried to clean up, but I didn't. All right, let me see. Here we go. There's something back here. It's the wrong dauber. I don't know where it is. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. My only hope, guys. Oh, here it is. My only hope is that in packing up and then unpacking when I get to my new place, I can actually organize things. So let's hope for that. I'm going to kind of go off screen. Well, I don't have to. I'll just remember to brush this away because I'm getting all those little bits. And not too heavy. Okay. I've been using all kinds of ink in here. I've used the Gathered Twigs. I've used Vintage Photo. I've used, what is it? The espresso one. I can't remember the name of it right now off the top of my head. So yeah, I've used a few different inks, kind of mixing and matching. Well, mixing, maybe not so much matching, but definitely mixing. So, okay. And what we're going to do next, simply, and I may put a little, like, something, you know, some roses or something, you know, going down the pocket, which I might do, and you'll see all of that most likely in the flip through when I'm finally done. Let me see, what would I like to use on here? I've got to move this out of the way. Let me get this bunch. One of these days, this is how, when I buy this, oh, look what I found. I found my phone folder. When I buy this from Amazon, it comes on the cards like this. This is my little baby wipe thing. It comes on the cards like this, and it's very hard to keep it rolled up. It's very hard to do anything with it. So, yeah, it gets a little tough. So I'm wondering how small of a piece. I really kind of need something wide-ish. So let's go with this one. So my hope is to unroll all of this stuff from the cards at some point. And I will probably go back and stitch these down just to be sure. For me, I just, you know, would want to kind of be sure that it's not going to, let me get up a little higher, that it won't come off. It shouldn't, because really you grab the lace with the card, sort of. Everybody's pretty careful, I think. Whoops, little hiccup there, and another. Okay. All right. So go ahead and put that on here, and I'm going to go just about halfway on the card and halfway off. So that's putting me sort of at the bottom of these little almondy shape guys here. And the best way I can tell that I did it sufficiently is to flip it over. We're a little too far down here. Okay, so that's good there, and that's good there, and we're going to go ahead and just snip that one. And the card is done, and we're not going to glue this edge. We're going to go ahead now, and I'm going to do this with the art glitter glue. Let me get these out of the way. We'll show you how this one works. So we're going to put it here on the page, and actually let me ink this as well. And I'm going to ink all the edges because, you know what, I think, let me have my, where is my, this is my vintage photo oxide. Well, we'll use that one. It's not too far off, actually. This one's kind of getting dry, so this vintage oxide one, vintage photo oxide, starting to get a little dry. So I kind of have to smash my dauber into it. There's something on there. I don't know what it is. It's shining. Okay. Alrighty, here's that. Okay, we'll put that there. We're going to get my art glitter glue and see if I think there's a way up. I think that is probably most acceptable. So let me, I'm going to try to do this with the book here. So, come on now. Are you kidding me? Now you're going to make me go look for a pin on this desk, right? Oh my goodness. All right. Remember all those problems I had with the pins? And my friend Stephanie was so nice to send me this beautiful glue stopper for my Sugar Bell bottle, but it doesn't, those don't fit in this tiny little thing for the art glitter glue. So I've kept the pins that I had been using on my desk, but I can't find them. There's no way right now I can find them. So I had to dig into my drawer and my little pin packet and pull out another pin. Just what I need. There's probably 6 of them floating around on this desk right now. What are you gonna do? Okay. Maybe this weekend I'll have an opportunity to clean up my mess a little bit so I can work in a slightly better environment. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put this down on the page. That looks pretty good. I don't have it right to the edge. You can see, here's this page. So I didn't put it right to the edge or to the top or the bottom. It's in just a little bit. Okay, and like I said, I may go ahead and, you know, I probably will put a little decoration on it, but this card's going to go inside here, and it's going to, and still trying to glue, so, and it's going to just slip the lace over the edge of the pocket like so. And that's your pocket. And then, do I have any kind of a tag here? I have a little stuff right here. They're not big for this pocket, but let me get one out of here because I've got them clipped together. This one looks actually pretty nice. And then a tag is going to go in here, something larger, of course. And then you have this piece that's going to pull out. So we have one on the side, like so. Okay, that's that one. And then we're going to go to this one, and this one I'm going to do across the bottom. That was this, so I can take that out. That was just marker paper. I'm choosing to use the same paper on here, and this came from Country at Heart 2008, and it, I think, is called her Printable Digital Collage Sheets, and this is the page number 9, I believe, is what I mean by that. So Country at Heart 2008, Printable Digital Collage Sheets, page number 9. That's what this one is, I believe. So we're going to just take my little marker part out. We're going to move this over. And we're going to, all right, let me find, I feel like that might have been the wrong paper. So let me find, all right, let me take this one. All right, and we're gonna cut a piece to the size I think I want it. I think I'll make this one, since the page is the same paper, I'm going to make this one a little bit deeper. So to about there and about there. So let's get my cutter again over here, and we will cut this down on our mark. Okay. I don't know what this is made out of, but it makes it not want the paper to slide, which is good, but then you can't get it off. When I do want it to slide, I can't get it to slide. Okay, here we go. All right, so that is that. So this is going to be our pocket. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to glue this. I'll glue it slightly inside. I'm not going to worry about getting it right up to the very edge. I just want to make sure that I miss the border, the little white border that's on it. So, get our glue down. Okay. Oh, I stopped talking. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. So we did a little research on our new town that we're going to be going to. I'm just going to make sure I pull this way far enough inside. These have very narrow borders, but I want to make sure I'm well in. And just use my bone folder or my card, which, oh, here it is. Card works good too. I like the card. So it seems like it's really a very sweet little town. Seems that they have a symphony orchestra, which I'm really looking forward to. They've got tons of parks around and all kinds of, like, not events, but like things that you can do in the park. I think one of them that I looked at was a story walk, I think they called it. And that was, as you walked along this path that they have marked out, it looks like there's placards or something like that along the way, and it's telling you a story. And oh, that was bad. I'm not sure exactly about what. I don't know if, if it's just sort of a fictional story or like a fantasy story to go along, like a walk in the woods, or, I don't know, but I thought, gee, what a neat idea. And yeah, so they have all kinds of festivals. They have, my husband's excited because they have something called Thunder in the Valley, which is a motorcycle thing that they're gonna that they have in the summer. We're gonna miss it this year. It actually happens. It ends the weekend before we go. Before we get there. Actually, the day we're moving is the day the thing ends. Or the day before we move, actually, is the day it ends. So, yeah, so he's excited about that, and there's just it seems like there's all kinds of things to do. They have a beautiful little park in the center of the town. I believe it's called Central Park, and beautiful fountain in it, and there's a gazebo. Excuse me. It just looks like it's going to be a lovely little town, so we're really, really excited. We're really looking forward to it. Not that Buffalo hasn't been nice. As a matter of fact, I was driving home from work today thinking that at some point I want to be able to get down the street with my phone, with the video like I'm doing here. And I'm trying to see if I can find another ink pad. Okay, here's my regular vintage photo. Let's try that one. Because that one was newer. Get down the street with my video on my phone and just kind of videotape the ride that I would take to work every day, because I just loved the ride. I loved going through the neighborhood and watching the kids playing, and people walking their dogs like everywhere, and just people just enjoying themselves and being out in their front lawns and just talking to their neighbors, and the little kids riding bikes or roller skating or whatever they're doing, playing basketball in their driveway or catch with each other. And it's just beautiful. It's just such a beautiful ride to go down that street, and I really don't want to forget it. It's very inspirational. The houses are cute little houses, and they're just lovely. It's just lovely. So, okay, time to take a card again. So we're going to go ahead here, and we're going to mark our card. I think we should be okay here. And we want to be up here. That's going to be the edge of the card in the pocket. And we're going to want to come up maybe about a 1/4 of an inch or so. So, oops, let me close this one, though I will be using it in a second. Let me get my board back out, my cutting board, and see if I could find where I made those nice marks. Okay, that looks like one. And I'm going to do my best not to go too far over, so that I don't cut too much off, if you know what I mean. Okay. And I'm at an angle, so I don't know if I'm getting it all. That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad at all. Not at all. Okay, so let's go ahead and ink this card. We'll get the lace on it. And I may throw a little flower or a butterfly or something on here just to decorate it a little bit so it's not real plain. But I didn't want to line it with another piece of paper because, again, I've got so much bulk in this book, to just add one more layer. And keeping it plain is fine, but I wouldn't mind, you know, adding just like a little something to it, a word with a butterfly or, you know, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. Okay, we did that one. So let me put those over there. And let's try this piece. And then, which one did I do on there? Did I do this one? I think I did that one. So on the next one, I can do that. So that sounds good. All right, so we're going to go ahead and glue this down onto here. And guys, I shouldn't go down so far. I'm so used to gluing so far down, you know, to hold all the lace on. What did I do with that? Here it is. Okay, that I forgot. That I don't want it to go that far down. Actually, I want to move you over. So I want to try to keep as much of the bump as I can. Okay, and let's make sure the other side. Let's get that down just a little bit there. That's good. Get that one up a little bit. All right, that looks okay. So I'm going to trim this side as best as I can. Okay. Then I think I need to get my hand down on the counter here on the table. I was not wanting to cooperate very much. Okay, move that over there. Pocket, pocket. I had a pocket. Okay, guys, did you see what I did with the pocket? There's the page. I have lost the pocket. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. How could I have lost the pocket, guys? Honestly. Are you laughing with me? I hope somebody is, because this is ridiculous. Okay, that is not my pocket. What have I done with the pocket, guys? Where is this one going? This one's going... I don't know. Just gotta find the paper. Okay, there's the paper. Oh my gosh. Seriously, somebody's out there screaming at me, it's over there. And I'm not hearing you. My goodness. Oh, good heavens. Guys, I can't find the pocket. I don't know where I put it. I was inking, right? I inked it and put it to the side. Maybe it got stuck between some other pages. Oh my goodness. I'm serious. This is crazy. Oh, I'm flipping through the pages over here. I'm probably like off camera, trying to see if maybe, you know, the book flipped, like the pages moved. Oh, good heavens. I can't find the pocket. I did do it, didn't I? Didn't I, guys? Aha, I found it. Okay, I don't know why I put it back there, but I found it. Okay. Good gravy. All right, here we go. Let's get it in before we forget where we put it again. Get over there, you. Okay, let's bring this one down. I'm just going to put my glue bottle here. Let me find my pin to put in the top, just because. And let's go ahead. I think this is up because the leaves are kind of going down that way. We're going to go ahead and put this in the book. Try to keep it as close to the edge as I can. It's like I said, I can always trim the card if need be. Okay, let's go ahead and get that on here. And though I want it up a little from the bottom and a little in from the side, I definitely want it over from the spine. And there's quite a bit of space in between the signatures. One, to help them lay flatter, and two, because I've got the bulkier specialty pieces going on the front of each signature, because there's naturally more space there than there is between pages. So that was my thought. All right, so then this is going to go in here, and I think I'm going to want to trim it. So let me go ahead and do that. Try to decide what side. I think this side. And a ruler. A ruler. Is it possible that I could lose things like this? This is amazing. Here it is. Oh my God. All right. I'm going to trim this just a bit. I don't know how well this will cut through the lace here, but we're going to give it a try. And if I have to, I'll just go back with the scissors and trim the lace. Let's see what we have here. Okay, no, I got it. It's going to need a little more inking, but that's all right. We can do that. I hope I cut off enough. Because like I said before, it's, you know, I don't really like the tags really snug, because I don't want to have to, you know, me or someone else, and the glue is coming up, me or someone else to have to pull on it too much to get it out, because it only encourages, oh, I can go a little higher. Oh, a little higher, I think. Maybe not that high. It only encourages it to either, you know, tear the, I don't know what I did with that tissue now, here it is, to tear the tag, or to tear the pocket, you know, and tear it off the page or something like that. So I try not to make them too snug for me. So, of course, I just re-glued. It'll go in, but I think I'm going to probably go back and trim it down a little bit more again. So then we have that, okay? So that one's there, and again, we have a card. That one actually looks kind of pretty in there. Too short, but it looks pretty in there. So we have that. So you can do that. Okay? So that looks nice. And then the last one we're going to flip to the back, and I'm going to do just a corner pocket up here. The same deal. And that will be that. So this, I'm just going to go ahead and it really should go this way, and it's in the corner, and I'm just going to cut what I think I would like. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut along there. Take that piece, put it in my stuff. It's a little bit more on an angle than I probably would have made it, and I probably will fix that, because that would make the card really small. Maybe I want something, let me see. Well, I don't want it you know what? I think I'm going to leave it on that funky little angle. It'll make a funky angled card, but that's okay. When I put it up on the paper, I kind of liked where it covered. So let's see if I can get this. Will you fit? No. Will you fit? No. So let's get another piece from over here. That will work. Okay. And like I said, so this was just 3 quick little pockets. That's all I was doing. And in all honesty, this is like a good mass make. I never do that because I'm just always struggling to finish somebody's project because I just don't get a lot of time. Maybe one of these days I'll be able to, just sit down and do some mass make things. But this is something that would be easy to do as a mass make. You make some, you take scraps of paper, from pieces that you've cut away. Probably would look good with any kind of like collage paper or something like that, I'm sure. And just go ahead and make the pocket and make a card to go in it with some lace. And then just like I've been leaving these plain, I'll go back and decorate them as I, choose with something that I have. But that's the same kind of thing with mass making. You just sort of make the base. You make the card that goes with it with the lace trim. Just kind of paper clip them together. And when you're ready to use them in something, like something like this, if you used it in a book with roses, you could put roses on it. Or if you're doing butterflies, you could put butterflies on it. If you're doing bees even, for this, because this is kind of a honey color, a golden color, you can do, bees on it. You could do, if you're doing botanicals, you could put a botanical or a wildflower or whatever, or just, layer a few things, collage some labels and flowers and sayings and whatever on them. And I don't know what's going on with me. I just go right away from the edge of the paper. And you just kind of have them ready to go. Which is really kind of a neat idea. So they're real, you could see how easy, if I was actually organized, you could see how easy these are to put together. Let me go ahead and ink this. I ink the edges even, well, it's going to be, you would see it. I was going to say even though it's going to be covered, but it's not really, because the lace will come, the lace pulls away with the card. So, okay. Very good. So that is that. Then I was going to use this one, if I could find the end of it. Here it is. Okay. And I'm probably going to do a couple of more of these. I don't know exactly where yet, I think. I have 1 or 2 more spots marked, but I'm not sure if that's actually where I'm going to end up putting them. And, oh, that's not where that goes. That goes, where's my card? My card. Let's reach in over here. Okay, I'm knocking them off. These were the papers I used last week in that prayer journal. So we're going to go ahead here. I'm going to bring it out considerably so I don't have to worry about the glue. And pencil. Here it is. We're going to go out here and about here, and hopefully I have it straight. Let's hope. So this turns out to not be too bad of a card. Again, they're just little secret journaling spots. So that's good. So let's go ahead and ink these up. I'm dragging all my garbage with it. We'll ink these up. I will admit the points are hard to do. I'm off camera again. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. What I've got on my mind is after I'm done with this, I actually have to go do some packing. And then I've got a review of my part of the ministry. We have always an annual review, and since we're moving, our review is early this year. So I have to be out bright and early tomorrow morning. And then on Monday, we are going to be missing again. I want to go past this a little bit. Okay. On Monday, we're going to be missing again, Monday through Thursday again, if you can believe it. We are actually going to take a ride down on Monday to Johnstown to see our church and to see where we're going to be living, and meet some of our new employees and advisory council that goes with the church. And I'll just drag that to the end a little bit. There we go. And let's see, where do I want to? I think I want to catch the end in here. Okay. And then from there, that's going to be like a 5-hour trip for us to get down there from here, 5 or 5.5 hours, whatever the directions said. I'm going to pull that up rather than pull that down, I think. There we go. Like I said, I'm probably going to go back and stitch these just to be sure that they'll hold down. This could be a little tricky on an angle. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to cut this straight up. Didn't quite catch that. And then I'm going to cut this straight out. Now, I don't know if that's going to work with the edge of the pocket. So we will have to see. Let's see. I think it should be okay. I'm just kind of testing it out here. Now see, that's what I don't like. I'm trying to think. There may be a way around this. Because when I do this, I don't mind it being a little short. And, you know, that's a way to change it, too. I may do that when I do the other pockets in here. But I don't like that on here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep the card. We're going to keep the card. We're going to use this as a template. Let me get that paper again. And since I'm going to be, okay, this is going to be going this way. I want to try to get more into the darker and the pinker area here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the little flanges, I think, on here. So let me go ahead. I'm going to trace this out. And then we're going to mark up here and out here, give or take. All right, let's go ahead and get the cutter. And I really don't need the paper to do this, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's get that there. And let's go ahead and see. That's a little further up, so I think I'm going to go with that one. Give me a little more room. Put that down there. And then we'll just go ahead and we'll cut right along this line. Okay. We're going to glue this on, and then we're going to curve. Let's see, will it fit on here? You will. All right, let's do this again. Let me grab this piece that I made a mess out of. And I'll just put that piece to the side because I'll use it someplace else. So we're going to go ahead here and glue this on. And like I said, for some people, you print right onto a heavier copy paper or onto cardstock. With my printers, I find my quality better on paper. And this also gives me the opportunity to make things as thin or as thick as I would choose to. I didn't cut that, but that's okay. I was wondering why this end was not pointy. But that's all right. I cut it near the edge of the paper, and that's okay because I will get rid of that. It is not a problem. Should be on here so I can wipe the glue away. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do here now is we're going to go ahead and find my... This is awful. Find my... I can move that out of the way. My knife. My craft knife. And we're going to go ahead here. Try to cut that as straight as I can. That over there. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a little scoring here. And I'm going to score down here. I think a little bit more. There we go. We'll score there. And pick this up. There's still glue on it. We're going to go ahead here and score here. I think we may end up having to trim this card or use a new one. My little scissors. And actually just, I'm cutting in to the score line, which you can't see, on an angle here and here. Okay, get rid of that little corner. And we're going to cut this on that angle and this from the score line out on that angle. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and get our bone folder. I'm hoping that this will make a difference with how the, look at all that glue that just came out. This is why I can't move anything on this thing, because I have so much glue on it. I will flip it over. I just have to do better on working on these things. Let me get the glue out of here because I squished it right out. I'm hoping this will hold the card better so you don't get that weird, you know, denty thing. Because I don't know what I did with the card. There it is. All right, so let's see. So I'm trying to see. I think it works, but I've got the pocket too big. So what I'm going to do, I think it works. Pocket's too big. Wrong pencil. There we are. I need the pocket to go here. So we're going to cut out there. Okay, let's try that. All right. And that other line in there will be where my score line is. Let's see if I can do this by eye. If I mess this up, guys, I apologize. But I'm trying to... All right, let me get this, get rid of that piece. And let's score about there, I think. I hope. Okay, and again, as my score lines are here and here, so I'm going to cut into the score line there on an angle and there on the angle. Okay, and then I'm going to cut this one this way to the point of the score line, I hope. All right, let's go ahead, fold this back. That's too far. There we go. All right, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. And let's see, do you go in now? That's much better. And you can see how these line up with the edge of the pocket better. And I like that. I like that better. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and ink the edges of this new one. Okay. We'll glue it down. And I think when I do the other pockets, I think I'm going to do the same thing. I don't usually do that. But I think for these, I think it would probably be the wiser choice, because it lets your lace come to the edge of the pockets better, as if you had actually glued it onto the pocket. So I think I like that. I like that idea. So the next ones I do, that is what I will do. I think that works nicely. Okay, so we're going to put this up here in the corner. Okay, I hope it's not straight. I can tell by the side. I'll try to make it straight on the side. My husband just got in. I think some of you, if you have been watching the news, and it's probably been pretty national, there had been a shooting here in Buffalo, which was a horrible, horrible thing. And my husband he was down there on Saturday in the evening, when the police had called and asked if some local churches could come down and minister to the people in the community. And so he did go on Saturday, and last night, and this isn't going to fit now because I can't get it in. There it is. I just have to get it up over those flanges. So that's okay. So there you go. So that's that pocket right there. And there you have it. Of course, it'll be a bigger card that goes in here. But there we have that. So that's that. So anyway, let me just finish that story. So he has been going down and doing feeding. So he was there yesterday and today, and not sure if he had gone on Monday. And yeah, I think I'm going to trim the card down because I think it's probably just a wee bit too long. I can't quite get it to fit into those flanges nice, so I'm going to have to pull that out and fix it, but that's okay. So he's been doing feeding down there. So pray for Buffalo and for the people who lost their friends and family members, please. It was a horrific Saturday, this past Saturday. So we are all in prayer for them, and pray for those like my husband and members of our church and other churches that are down there ministering to them as well this week. I would be down there, but we can't both be gone at this particular time. So that's that. So anyway, so yeah, so we'll be doing a flip through of this pretty soon. That is it for today with these little pocket ideas. This one's going to need a little work because it doesn't want to stay in. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But that's okay. I will figure something out so it'll stay in better. But until next time, guys, hopefully within a few days, I will be back. Be safe, be happy, and be blessed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now, guys.